Hey everybody, it's Cellular Chloe from Wireless Zone, and I have in front of me a couple of LG Envy series phones. The first one is the LG Envy, then the NV3, and the brand new LG Octane, which is the VN530. So just going over these just briefly, this was the original Envy series, and it had the flip open design with the keypad inside. So this was kind of an innovation in texting. And it also had the screen outside. And this is the NV3. The NV2 looked quite a bit like it. A lot of people complain they looked like calculators, so they've gotten away with that, I think, with the Octane. However, the 2 and the 3 were pretty similar. The little changes here and there, they rounded it off a little bit and changed the colors and improved on the keyboard. So now we have the Octane, which is improved on all of the above for the most part. It's a sleek looking phone. It's got a mirror on the front so that, and I'll discuss later, you can use it for self-portraits or for showing your subject what they're going to look like when you're taking pictures. They've rounded it off even more than it was before, and they've definitely improved on the keyboard. So, well, since I have that open right now, I will give you an idea how they improved on the keyboard. So the devices are pretty close in size. So the way that they improved on it was to take the spacing out between the keys. So the keys are much larger, even though the keypad is pretty much the same size. They've also made it more ergonomic, and what I mean by that is they staggered the keys. So if you look at a regular keyboard, the keys don't go, one on top of another like they do here, stacked. They're staggered. So they've gotten more of a staggered feeling to it, so it's pretty nice. This particular piece of plastic is almost just one piece of plastic. But at the bottom of each key, you can kind of feel it's raised, so you can kind of tell exactly where each key is without looking. Before I go too much further, I just want to remind you, in case you haven't seen any of my videos lately, that because it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I painted my nails pink. So I just wanted to throw that out there before you guys really get to hammering me on the comment section. It's breast cancer awareness. It's a good cause, so I wanted to bring a little more awareness to it, and I even have my little pink ribbon going on over here on the ring fingernails. So anyway, so that's what that's all about. And shortly I'll go back to the white and we'll just be boring again. Okay, so anyway, so let me show you what the difference is with the keys. I'm going to come in a little closer here and show you that there's more of a gap between these, and this one just barely has a line delineating the keys. These keys are just solid pieces of plastic. They don't really have any give to them. These, if you can kind of see me pressing on it, it's kind of flexible, the whole key itself and the whole keypad. Okay, so let's go back and start from the top here. So you've got your 2.5mm jack. It's got a micro SD slot, which will support up to a 16GB card. You've got your micro SD port for charging and syncing, and that's the standard size now that everybody's pretty much using. You've got your volume rockers, and this will also act as your zoom when you're using your camera, and of course your dedicated camera key. On the back you've got a 3.2 megapixel camera with flash. The design on the back is pretty cool. It looks kind of like a digitized, and it's matte finish, so you won't be getting fingerprints all over the back. It's kind of a nice feel to it, and I kind of like it when they're matte or textured because they kind of give you a better grip. On the front, of course, you're going to get fingerprints, but that's just the nature of having a mirror on the front of your phone. It also has this nice mirrored trim on it, so it's pretty nice looking. So let's just quickly go over some of the settings in your easy setup like I usually do in my overviews, so you can kind of get an idea of some of the things really quick. And before I go that much further, you know you have a hinge on here that's you can kind of stop at a couple different places if you want it to lay flat or if you want it to sit up a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go to my menu, and I'm going to go to Settings and Tools. And I'm going to scroll down to Display Settings and Easy Setup. So we'll just kind of rip right through this. This is your first one is your banner. That's 18 characters, and you can select the color based on your background. Your internal backlight, that's the backlight of your screen. Then you have external backlight for this screen. individually set. Keypad backlight for your keys. By the way, all of those settings are 7, 15, 30, always on or always off. Internal wallpaper, we'll take a look at those. Pretty basic. They've got a couple of nice full screen images. And later on I will also show you the fun animations. I think there's 2. Let's skip over to internal themes. So you've got, what's going on right now is Jean Pocket. The background is kind of a denim, like indigo color. And that's what that looks like. And so you've also got paper peeling, which is kind of white with flat looking icons. And then you have white, which is white with colored icons. And then slick black, which is actually not black. These change based on which screen you're on. So settings and tools, messages, etc. The background changes, but it's dark, and then it's got the illuminated menu keys. External themes, you've got menu card and notebook. Menu card, we have little cards now as we sift through the cards. And then notebook. So this is notebook. You've got tabs along the side for all your settings. We have menu layout, grid, list, or tab. Those are very basic. We see them on every single phone, so I'm not really going to go over those. Internal font size. So you've got dial digits, menu and list, and messages. And you can change the size on any of those from resizable to large or small or normal. So you can change those options. Then you also have 3 font types, which I'll show you in a minute. External font size, same thing. So internal clock has digital 12, large digital 12, digital 24, large digital 24. It's got large analog and analog, dual city, and off. Then the external clock has digital, analog, or minimize. And minimize is basically just makes it smaller so you can see your wallpaper better. Okay, so we're done with that. Now I'm just going to quickly jump over to fonts so you can see the different fonts. Font type. So you've got the VZW font, which is what you're looking at right now. You've got LG Secret. Which looks like where it says settings and tools. It's kind of like a font with serifs on it. An LG Mint, which is kind of like a funky handwritten font. So that is a basic overview look at the LG Octane, the settings on the display, your fonts, and your themes, and your wallpapers.